It is day 17. We are cruising down the home stretch. Cat is back. I'm feeling tall again. So we're gonna stretch the back, heart, and the arms a little bit before we start moving. Take your right arm over your left. This is the top half of eagle pose, which we'll get to in its fullest expression later. So first, just cross your arms so the back of your hands are touching. Yeah, and really focus on stretching your shoulder blades apart. Reach your forearms away from you. Back of the hands, back of the wrist, press. Good. Even as you lift your elbows and press your forearms away, take huge breaths in your whole chest. Just one more here. Big breath in, feet grounded, legs solid. Big breath out. Just undo your arms, switch sides. Left arm over right. The full arm variation is to double wrap your arms, and if you can do that, it means you've got really nice open shoulders naturally, but you want to try and keep your wrists extended, your fingers extended, and take huge breaths into your back lungs. We're working some hip opening today, but we're not going to neglect the upper chest and shoulders. 2 more deep breaths in. Big breath out, stand firm in your feet and legs, belly to spine, tailbone long. 1 more big breath in, move your forearms away from you. Big breath out, collarbone spread, and then unwind your arms and let's counter stretch. So as we did yesterday, interlace your hands behind your back, have a little bend in your elbows and your palms can be separated. Hug your outer shoulders in, and now express the breath in your front chest. Good. Front ribs in, chest broad, huge breaths. Focus your eyes, soft drishti or gazing point out in front of you. Very nice. 1 more huge breath in. Good, big breath. Bend your knees, scoop your belly, forward fold. Keep your fingers interlocked. And then switch the interlock and bend your knees and reach your chest forward and take a couple of breaths with your spine parallel to the floor. See if you can bend your knees a little more so your booty gets down, maybe even as low as your knees. And then remember to hug your outer shoulders in here and lift your shoulder heads, the front of your arm bones, away from the floor. Take 1 more big breath in, and then as you fold, release your fingertips to the floor. Okay, starting to flow with the breath now. Big step back with your left leg, breathe in. Twist open to the right. Hold for just 1 breath, inhaling for length. Reach your left heel back and turn your ribs with your breath out. Beautiful, bring your right hand down, inhale, and step right to downward facing dog. Our old friend, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Lift your heels to reach your thigh bones back in space. Remember the work of the arms. Triceps spinning back towards the outer cheeks and hugging in. And then inner palms so firm that your index knuckle doesn't pop up. Slide to plank. Just 1 breath. Big breath in, work the legs, work the belly. Breathe out, firm navel to spine. Pull forward onto the tips of your toes, and then you choose your descent to the floor. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Pull through to cobra. 1 full breath. Hips firm, legs firm, feet firm. Pull your chest through and slide right back to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg, and then a little different today, you're gonna bend your right knee and open the hip. So this is one of these really good feeling kind of made up poses that we do in vinyasa classes a lot. It doesn't really have a name, but it feels really nice in the front of that lifted leg hip. What you want to try to do here, even as that leg lifts, is keep your weight even in both hands and try not to lean too much into the left shoulder. Take 1 more big breath in, re-straighten the legs, square your hip, and then step to your right thumb tip. Right back to familiar territory. Drop your back knee and lift your arms up, Anjaneyasana. Take a full breath in. Scoop the belly, wrap your right hip underneath you. 1 more inhale, and then frame your front foot. Straighten both legs, lift your hips, Parsvottanasana. Keep your back heel lifted for now and just reach it back to get a little calf stretch. Step forward right into a flat back as you inhale, and then fold down your legs. Engage your belly and legs, hinge your round up to stand. This is also where you choose your own transition. Interlace your hands behind you. Nice. Breathe in, left side. Big breath, lift your heart. Keep your fingers interlocked, bend your knees in forward fold. And then with the breath, bend your knees, drop your hips, lengthen your spine. As you fold, bring your fingertips to the floor. Right leg steps this time. Big breath, chest forward, and twist to the left. Holding for one long breath. In, reach your right heel back and turn your ribs as you exhale. Left hand down, inhale. To downward facing dog. And then right into plank this time. Inhale, firm your inner hands, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Shoulders away from floor, cobra pose. Inhale, beautiful. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. And then again, you bend the knee and open the hip and get into opening the front of your left hip this time, but work to keep your shoulders and your hands as square as you can. It brings a little bit of a twist into this pose. 2 more breaths. In, if you hug your outer right hip in here, it will keep your weight a little more evenly aligned in the hands and shoulders. Good, 1 more. You can lean your left thigh behind you just a little and then re-straighten your left leg. Inhale, down dog split, step to your left thumb tip. Drop your back knee, lift your arms, Anjaneyasana. Big breath in, square your hips, firm your navel back towards the spine. 1 more big breath in, and then frame your front foot, lift your hips, straighten both legs, Parsvottanasana. Remember, you can always shorten the back foot in this pose if it's hard to straighten your legs. Fold and then step forward right into a flat back. Fold down your legs, exhale. Good. 1 more full breath in. We're gonna come right into a Surya Namaskar B or Sun Salutation B variation. Bend your knees, chair pose, power your legs. 1 exhalation here to get a little deeper into the legs. Breathe in, big breath, a little tiny back bend. Stand tall, Tadasana. Let's move. Chair pose, inhale. Passing through slowly, fold Uttanasana. Very nice. Lengthen your spine, inhale. And then step right to Chaturanga. Chest forward, elbows bend back, cobra pose, or if you're feeling up dog, you can take up dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg. Step to the right thumb tip. And then ground the back foot a little bit to the left and then come upright warrior 1. So remember the feet here are in hip distance alignment to make it easier to square and stabilize the lower back. Take a deep breath in, bend your front knee, lift your heart, and then we're gonna come to warrior 2. When you come to warrior 2, you're gonna have to make an adjustment in the feet. The front foot's gonna come a little bit to the midline and the back foot will probably wanna heel toe back a little. So you're now in heel to heel alignment. And then bend your front knee and enjoy this deep hip opener, pressing your inner thigh onto the bone and sinking deep into a right angle in your right leg. Take 1 more huge breath, not a long hold. Circle your hands to the floor, lift your back heel. Optionally, you go through Chaturanga or you come right back to down dog. Holding down dog or coming through cobra or up dog. Be nice to your back, downward dog. Right into the left side. So the left leg lifts, left foot steps to the left thumb tip, and then the right foot's gonna move a little to the right as you ground it. Lift up to warrior 1. Remember the option, if warrior 1 is not feeling good for your knee or your back or any part of the body, is to keep that heel lifted and you take a modified crescent lunge or a high lunge pose. Bend your front knee, wrap your right hip forward, your left hip back and underneath you, and then take 1 more big breath in to open your heart, and then unwind to warrior 2. Front foot, left foot moves a little bit to the midline, the back foot, the right foot's gonna heel toe back. So you're now in heel to heel alignment, and then get down into your left leg, press your left inner thigh onto the bone, navel to spine, tailbone long, and then easy across your shoulders, spiral your hands to the floor. Move through a vinyasa, optionally, or right back to downward facing dog. Back bend if you've moved through Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Rest in child's pose if you need to. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Bend your knees, look forward, take a little hop or a step. Lengthen your spine, fold down your legs. Okay, grab your 2 blocks, put one on either side of your feet. Lengthen your spine, fold down your legs, pass through chair, breathe in. Good, and then keep your knees bent and lift your right leg off the floor and wrap it over your left leg. Now the block is for the ball of your right foot. It's just gonna make this balancing pose about 1,000% easier. The full pose is a wrap of the right shin behind the left calf. You can try that. If you fall, you just bring the ball of the foot back to the block. And then right arm wraps underneath left. You can take the same single wrap we began class with, or try double wrapping the arms. And then press your forearms away from you. Lengthen your tailbone down, and then squeeze your inner thighs like crazy. Really squeeze the inner thighs. That's gonna help you work the pelvic floor and the lower belly. And then pull your forearms away from you. Take 3 breaths right where you are, or begin to round the spine, bringing your armpits towards your knees. Either way, you're moving your forearms away from your face, and you're trying to bring as much reach through your arms as you possibly can. Just one more breath, stay with it. Lift the belly, squeeze the inner thighs, and then unwind slow. Come upright, undo the arms, undo the legs, and stand down. Bend your knees, chair pose, and then lift your left leg. Wrap your left leg over once, or try for twice. Left arm wraps under, wrapping once or twice, and then scoop your belly towards the spine, squeeze the inner thighs, press your forearms away from your face, lift your elbows away from the floor. Eventually, you want to try and relax your shoulders here, maybe even broaden your collarbones. And then if you'd like to try forward hinging, you go ahead and hinge your armpits towards your top knee. 2 more breaths, in and out. Very beautiful. You can think of moving your left knee to the right and your right knee to the left to lift the pelvic floor even more. Unwind, big breath in, stand up tall, undo your legs. Excellent. Tadasana. Good. Utkatasana, breathe in. Forward fold, and then just slide your blocks to the side. Nice. Lengthen your spine forward, inhale. Fold, exhale, right back to chair pose. And then in chair, lift your heels. Lift your heels, balancing on the toes. Scoop belly to spine. Good, lift through the crown of your head. And slowly begin to lower your seat towards your heels. Reach your arms forward or fingers to the floor if you need that support. Navasana. Good, lift your shins parallel to the earth. If you need to grab the back of your legs, do. Chest forward, arm bones back. Shake your head a little. Try and work the belly and not your neck or jaw. 2 more breaths in. Good, and exhale. Try and lift a little taller on the tips of your sits bones and slowly lower down onto your back. Lift your hips, lift your chest. 5 breaths. Half wheel. Our good friend half wheel. Stretching the belly, opening the chest. Spiral your inner thighs down, lengthen your tailbone. Find all 4 corners of your feet. Beautiful. Press the back of your head down. Nice. Remember, you want to have a little space under the back of your neck here. So shoulders press down, arms press down. Back of the head presses down, back of the neck, a little space away from the floor. Really nice. One more deep breath. Big, huge breath in. Good, and slowly unwind. So we're gonna take a reclining hip opener. You'll stack your right ankle on your lower left thigh. Sometimes this is called a figure 4. You'll thread your right arm through the space between your legs and you'll draw your left knee into your chest. Holding behind the thigh is a little easier than holding the shin. If you can hold the shin, it'll make it a little deeper. Really important to flex your right foot here to protect that right knee, and then see if you can work your arms to draw the leg into the chest, but relax your neck and shoulders. Good, you can rock a little bit side to side here. Pull your left thigh in towards your chest. Flex your right ankle strongly, and then the right thigh presses away from you as the left knee draws in. Take 2 more breaths. Big breath in, deep breath out, and 1 more. Huge breath all the way down into your hips. Deep breath out. And then just take your legs up to the ceiling, give them a good shake out. Shake, 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 and switch sides. Left ankle, right thigh, left foot flexing really strongly. Fingers interlaced behind the thigh or in front of the right shin. And then remember, we're trying to use the arms but not the shoulders to work the hip open. Flex your left foot. Press your left thigh away from you as you draw your right knee in towards your chest. Rock your head a little side to side. If it feels good, you rock your hips a little side to side. Very nice. 2 more deep breaths. See if you can feel the breath move all the way out of the chest, through the belly, and into your hips. Very good. 1 more huge breath in and out. Again, take your legs up to the sky, give them a good shake out. And we're going to try the second pose, Gomukhasana, reclining, and you have the option of trying it upright. So right leg over left. This time, knee crosses on knee. You can hold behind your calves, or you can try to hold behind the heels or the Achilles. In this pose, you're trying to move the shins away from the midline. The knees hug into the chest. Good, and the feet are also flexed. If you want to try rocking up to sit, you rock up to sit, same pose upright. Go ahead and come up in an upright cat. If you want to bring a block or your blanket under your seat, it's going to make it a lot easier to sit up well in this pose. So if you're taking the upright variation, you want to make sure that both sits bones are evenly grounded. You don't want one hip hiking up. So let's take a block underneath your seat. And then you can stay upright. You'll already be getting a wonderful hip opener in the outer right hip. Or if it feels good to forward hinge, you can forward hinge. Walking your hands forward, relaxing your neck. Wherever you are, on your back, seated upright, or seated forward bending, move your breath all the way down into your hips. And we'll take 2 more. Big breath in, big breath out. 1 more. Inhale, big breath in, deep breath out. Good. If you're sitting on something, move that prop aside. You can come down onto your back, or you can just switch your legs if you're upright. On your back or seated upright, left leg is over right. Any props you need under your seat, get them there. And then on your back, you move your shins away from you. You relax your shoulders even as you work your arms. Flex your feet at least a little, and then upright or forward hinge. We've got 5 more deep breaths. Remember, all the way through the lungs, into the belly, and into your hips. So the pose is opening your hips from the outside in. When you deepen your breath, you open into the pose from the inside out. You want to feel your breath so deep that you feel the hip opening on all sides. Outer, inner, front to back. 2 more huge breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, try and relax your shoulders. Inhale. Relax your face and jaw. Exhale. Excellent. Come on upright if you're forward hinging. Take any props aside. If you're on your back, again, shake your legs up to the ceiling. If you're seated upright, just take your legs forward. Give them a good shake out on the floor. And then if you're on your back, roll right up to sit. We're going to take a modified Paschimottanasana to close. So I want you to bend your knees and wrap your arms around your outer legs. So give yourself a really good hug. So your knees are as bent as they need to be to get your chest on your thighs. And then just go ahead and relax your neck. Your forehead might touch your shins, or it might just hang in space a moment. Remember, your chest and your legs are connected, and you should be able to feel your belly breathe against your thighs. Last 3 really deep conscious breaths before we rest. Big breath in, belly to thighs. Good. Exhale, feel your belly draw slowly away from your legs. 2 more. Huge breath in, so big you feel your back expand. Exhale. Good. 1 more, so big that you feel your back heart expand with your lower back, with the back of your hips. Exhale. And then slowly round up to sit. Keep your knees bent, press your heels to the floor, reach forward, and begin to roll down your spine. Set yourself up, make yourself comfortable. Shavasana. Allow your breath to unwind. And take a moment to scan your physical body. See if you can release any tension in the hands and the feet, arms and legs, neck, shoulders, muscles of the face. And then especially relax the muscles of your belly and hips. The belly is sometimes considered the emotional brain of the body. And when we open the hips and the belly, there can be a really cathartic release of emotion. If you ever practice and have a good cry, it's super natural, happens all the time. If a student ever cries in my class, I'm always hugely honored. And I always say it's just the cheapest form of therapy you can possibly get. So if you are lucky enough to have some kind of an emotional release in a class, enjoy it. Never want to push that kind of experience away. Just let it wash through you and over you. Just like a feeling of gratitude. One of the reasons we practice is so that we open ourselves up to experience. So whatever you're feeling, let that be. Try not to judge it, try not to change it. Just be in a state of awareness. Be in a state of feeling awareness, a state of physical awareness, a state of calm mental awareness. Let your breathing deepen slowly. You can make your way up to a comfortable seat or stay right where you are. We'll close with the same breath work. 8 in, pause for 4. Deep breath in your nose. 1 clearing breath out your mouth. Slowly inhale through the nose. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause the breath. 2, 1. Out 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing. Inhaling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause and relax. Exhaling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause and surrender. Again, in on 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Then continue on your own or stay and rest. Take your time. Stay in a feeling space as long as you can. That's the sweet spot of life. And I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.